right now. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing great. We'll be starting in about 5 minutes. I guess people are getting their emails late. Oh, your camera looks much better today, Matt.
Thanks. I don't know what the deal was that one day.
It was weird, right?
Yeah,
Hey, Bob. Omar got 10% on Chewy. Nice. Well, look at Sean. 8-0. Let's go. Close another four trades last night. Ooh, look at him. Baba 10% Chewy, SYF, NEM. Look at you, Sean. Cooking with gas. That's good. That's good. And we'll make sure I'll post that one, but you
I
can
got it.
I got that one, but you can post the other ones. Look at Vivek. Nice, Vivek. Good. Funny you mentioned snow. I was about to talk about it today, Vivek, actually. Yeah, I'm going to record it with just to give you guys an update. I got an email after yesterday's show. Thanks to all of you. Russell took off his video. There is no more video. That video is completely gone now. And and he's going to interview me today at 1 o'clock, and it'll be recorded on Zoom just like this, and I'll go ahead and broadcast it. Uh, as soon as it's recorded and done, I'll upload it to the members area. Or actually, I'm not going to do that. He's going to upload it to his thing, and I'll give you guys a link, and you'll be able to watch it. So you're welcome, Gaston. You're welcome. Brett, I don't know what Kava's doing. I'm not really watching Kava. It's not on my list right now. I know that it's one of Graham's favorite stocks. If if I'm not giving you a stock on my watch list, and if I'm not bringing it up in the VIP room or the pit, the odds are I'm not watching it. I know that it was up quite a bit the other day because of earnings. Can I get clearance if you don't get upset? Had to listen to Kramer, Apple, Starbucks, Disney. I'd rather hear your thoughts. Sean, Kramer's not going to help you, my friend. God knows people have tried. Look at that. Took profit on Baba, HWM, PDD, Tesla. Seems like people are taking a lot of profits. Nice. I like that, Vivek. Very, very nice. That was a good trade. Should have held it a little longer. I should have held it a little longer, but it is what it is. Look at this, Matt. People today are generous. We're not even asking.
Yep.
That's very nice. And what about the trades that Matt took off? Hey, Rochelle, how are you? We'll be starting in about a minute. Matt, you took off today SYF, and
Hmm.
you took off today
Home
something
Aerospace,
something else, right?
HWM, and A-Line.
HWM. Right, right. SYF and H. For some reason, those stocks are very similar in my mind, you know. But grab all those
And we
testimonials,
took
grab
off
all that.
CAH yesterday too.
CAH, that's it. CAH. Yeah, we've been cooking with gas. Don't want to have a lot of exposure right now. Try to minimize our exposure as much as possible. So that's kind of what we're trying to do. And we had a really nice roundtable session. Uh, I talked about all the stuff that's on the that we're going to be doing for folks who have all access. If you guys don't have all access, I don't really even have a link for you. Nice, Fluffy. Good, Fluffy. Get it from John, get it from Fluffy, get it from all those folks, okay? If I seem a little flat today, I'm a little flatter than usual. I found out that somebody who's a good friend of mine passed away last night suddenly. He was 70, I think he was 74, either 76 or 74, but we've been friends for a very, very long time, uh, for almost 20 years. And we communicated via email all the time, and it was all of a sudden. So I can't help but being a little I can't help but being a little down for obvious reasons. So if you've noticed that in my voice, or if I'm trading a little less aggressively, or if I'm not as spunky as I usually am, I'm not trying to this is not a Academy Award rehearsal. I can only be so real. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, John. Oh, Ken, I wouldn't know what to do if that would happen. God help, please don't even go there. Don't even go there, man. Cyrus is here. Cyrus always cheers me up. Good, Rochelle. Good. Yeah, it sucks when something like that happens, but what are you gonna do? You know what it taught me something. Don't because I wanted to go and visit him for a while, and he was in DC for a while, and then he moved to Pittsburgh, and I wanted to visit him, and I've been delaying it, and it's not good. It's not good. Look at Arturo. Look at you. Thanks, Roman. Thanks. I guess it's just life. I'm not that young either. But things happen. But just is what it is. What are you gonna do? All right. Yeah, exactly, Deanna. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. Nice, Brett. I like that. I think you're the only one who took that trade. I was just looking, funny enough, I was just looking at it, Brett, a minute ago. All right. So let's talk about the market. We don't have big data today. Tomorrow we have Matt, you can see my screen, right?
Hmm.
Tomorrow we have jobless claims and GDP. Now, I don't know what this number will be, but I believe this number will be in line. And I don't think unless this number is completely out of whack, which I don't think it will, I think Nvidia will take center stage over this. Um, I don't want to get heavily into expectations for Nvidia, but I will tell you this right now, and please listen to me. More likely than not. By the way, Matt, since we're here, can you tell us how many times in the last 12 years Nvidia has beaten estimates? Just, I should have started with that. But Matt will tell us that number because we have it now. Quick
In
second.
the last
Go ahead.
46 quarters, it's beat EPS 91% of the time.
Yeah, I thought so. By the way, if you're in that bonus urban trade, it's okay to take profit now. If you are still in RBN, take profit from base trade. All right. Now you guys could tell me if you made some money on urban. Boy, we've been hitting it off pretty good this week in the pit, haven't we? I think we've closed three winners. It's pretty good. I like that. There you go, Dale. Nice. Okay, so the S&P 500, we're looking at the left, could not take out all-time high. Could not take out all-time high. All right, that's a big problem. And we have Fed data on the table. The bond market is kind of flat. It's not really doing very much to give us any guidance. So we're going to have to get our guidance from QQQ. Well, QQQ just broke the 50-day moving average and it's heading towards the 100-day moving average, and it doesn't look very frisky. All right. It does not look very frisky. So I'm very careful of Nvidia. And again, the big news is not going to be how much money they made. They will beat estimates. The big news is going to be in the conference, which they will do about half hour after they release the numbers. And it's going to be the language, whether the language is dovish or hawkish. Is he going to be talking about, is he going to be pricing in AI? Is it priced in? Is he going to be talking about new developments, or is he going to be talking about delays and how things are not moving as fast as he would like to see? He's not going to lie. He's not. So I think we have to be very cautious with Nvidia, and I'd rather miss a trade than come up with a crappy trade. So my point here is, um, again, it's all about what he's going to say. Thank you for bringing that up, Cyrus. It's all about what he's going to say. SMCI is the number one stock on my short list today, right here that I'm about to talk about, Vivek. We're going to get there. All right. Right there. Number one. Number one, my friend. Actually, number two. I have a little one on top of it. But anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. We will talk about that in a minute. But again, I am very one, remember, we've already started this descent from this AI madness that we had a couple of months ago. We had Google, we had AMD, we had several stocks, and now those stocks are all lagging behind, as you could see in front of us here. They're not leading. Excuse me, they're lagging behind. So we have a lot of factors in play. And I know a lot of you think that Nvidia owns the entire stock market, but it does not. Also, and this is something, sorry for repeating myself, but this is something that I mentioned to all of you folks who were in my morning, not morning, well, yeah, in the all access call, is that we have certain factors going against us. For example, volume right now. Look at this. So much easier to show you this. Volume today is 10 million contracts so far on the SPY. That's very, very, very low volume. Very, 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 very low volume. Look, we've been averaging what, about 52 million? And in January, February, March, we've averaged about 70, 80 million. Okay. When we started doing the pit, we were averaging 83 million, just to give you a perspective. Okay. Volume right now, volume right now today is at 10 million. We're almost halfway done with the day. Okay. Look at volume yesterday. Look at volume yesterday, 34 million. So we're clearly waiting for something. The problem is we have a holiday, and you guys know those frisky fund managers, they have a lot of money, and their wives like to take nice vacations, and they don't like to be around during holidays, especially when it's the last hooray of the summer. Several folks here are taking vacations, because extended vacations. So a lot of folks are leaving now and coming back next Tuesday. That is going to impact into Nvidia's earnings. There's no question about that. That volume will impact into earnings. Also, we have the summer volume dull. A lot of institutions are out. So I'm going to be the biggest things I'm going to be watching for is does could Nvidia, from where it is right now, could it make an all-time high? I don't think so. I think if anything, Nvidia can come up to maybe 135, 140, but I think it's going to get stuck here. What we're going to be watching for is whether the SMH can break through the 50-day moving average and continue moving that way. Okay? And continue moving that way. So far, I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing out of technology. And again, I hate to bring this up all the time. But again, remember what I said. If we don't get to this level here, don't go buying tech. Remember 265 on SMH? Look what we're doing now. We're coming down. We're coming down. Look at XLC. We're coming down. That's technology. Look at XLY, consumer discretionary. We're back to the 50-day moving average. Okay. So these are the major sectors. And again, I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but it's important for you guys to cement this into your brain. Utilities, healthcare, consumer staples. That's where the money is right now. It's not in tech. And usually 8 out of 10 times when Nvidia is reporting, tech is leading, because tech has been leading for the last God knows how many years. So again, I just want to make sure you guys understand the landscape we are in, the fact that volume is dull right now. Please don't be a hero. If you're going to be looking for something, make sure you look for assets that have plenty of volume. Have you guys noticed almost every stock that I've been buying in the pit that's a day trade has been really like news driven or volume driven? XLI, yeah, XLI doesn't look bad. Not at all. The way I do it, Cyrus, the way I showed folks this morning is this. And we spent a bunch of time on this. I don't think you come in the morning. You're on the other side of the country, so it's a little early for you. You get a free pass. But you see how XLV, how it's above this hump, this last previous swing high? Anything above the last previous swing high, I'm bullish on. Anything that's not, I'm bearish on. Look at XLY. This is the last high, and this is where we're at right now. No soup. XLC just kind of matches it, but couldn't go higher, right? But look at XLI, took out the high. So anything, if you look back and you see a clear path to the left, those sectors we like. Basically goes back to that whole lesson that we learned. Always look to the left. Nathan says a lot of tech companies are making their own chips in house because Nvidia chips are so expensive and they're more powerful than what is needed. Very true. Can't take advantage of all the power. We'll take advantage, but it's still a way. Exactly. You're very, very right. And they have a lot of competition, by the way, Nathan. Just wanted to add, they have a lot of competition. A lot of competition. Like my dad. My dad is a computer junkie. Okay. My dad is a computer junkie. He's been a computer junkie since the early 90s. He builds compute well, not anymore. He doesn't do anything now. He chills. He's 76, but he used to put computers together. I've never bought a computer for myself till about 10 years ago. I started buying computers. And he was a big hardware guy. He had an auto shop, so he always needed to keep busy after I retired him, so he needed to do something to keep him busy. So he started putting computers together. So, um, where was I going with this story? So my father used to be, oh, I gotta get the fastest chip. He was like a junkie, like going to these. They used to have those conventions, and oh, I mean, my mom and I used to crack up at him. We used to just crack up. We're like, yes, yes, it's like 1 gazillion second faster. It's gonna, and mind you, he doesn't do anything on the computer. He just puts them together, takes them apart, so there's no purpose for his. At one point, he was into the flight simulator thing, but that was like 15 years ago. So he's like like those race car junkies, but they don't race anybody, right? They just drive their block at 0 to 60. That's my dad. It's a funny guy. He's a great guy, but it's just funny watching him put together these fast computers without any purpose. So, oh, this is fast. This is fast. But where am I going with this? The point is, like in the last 5 years or so, 10 years, he's like, ah, third generation i7, fifth generation i7. They're all so fast. It doesn't matter. They're all so fast. Does it even matter? So he's totally changed his tune after they got to a certain point. Oh, I don't stop him. I never stopped him. He stopped himself. He just got tired of it. He's older. He just got tired of it. No, I retired him. I retired him from his. He had a mechanic shop. He specialized in Saabs and Volvos. He had a luxury um, mechanical shop in Los Angeles, on Santa Monica, across from the Hollywood Forever Cemetery near Paramount Studios. He had a lot of famous actors as his clients. I don't want to get into all of that, but I retired him, and then he had nothing to do, so he started putting computers together. I didn't do anything about his computers; that was all on him. But my point is, he doesn't. He stopped getting. His addiction waned when he stopped focusing on speed. But it goes to what all this goes to what all this goes to what who was it? Nathan was saying. He's 100% correct. He's it's like, okay, how, and also remember, folks, something else that I'm just adding to what you're saying, Nathan. The internet got faster. So a lot of the stuff that you needed processing for is now done online, and they're done. So the internet, you notice anymore, you don't see those. You get a fast browser, faster browser. You don't see that anymore, right? Because the internet is so damn fast. So I think the fact that the internet got so much faster, and I think that everything is stored online, and we don't even do much on our own computer. I think that's also making the speed of the chip not as impactful. Sorry, I didn't mean to get off my tangent. So I'm very neutral. I feel we're in a two-sided market right now. Um, I am obviously, as you guys can tell, I'm very much biased towards blue chips and defensive stocks, not interest rate sensitive stocks, but defensive stocks. Right. Like my wife got a $400 laptop a year ago, and I asked her to bring it on holiday just because I wanted an extra computer, just because I was paranoid. And I also like to have an extra computer. And you know what? Honestly, it did everything just fine. It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. I mean, it wasn't as fast as my $1,000. No, but it got the job done. Whereas 15 years ago, it would have taken 15 minutes to start, you know? Exactly, Richard. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, you don't need that advanced crazy tech unless you're doing something crazy. All right. Exactly. Exactly. You guys got it. You guys got it. Stocks, short side. Remember, we're only looking at stocks. We're only looking at stocks right now that are really directional. If they're not that directional, it's just not worth it, okay? Yeah, computers are so cheap. I remember I buy my dad a new computer every like 3, 4 years, and like a nice 75-inch TV. I used to spend $10,000. Now you can get one for like 700. I mean, it's ridiculous. All right, Mobley. Um, right here, 1625 as my stop. Notice on the short side, it's okay to go below $20. It's okay to go below $20. Yeah, TRS 80. I remember TRS 80. I'll never forget that from Radio Shack. Right here, 74 Delta, 1550 strike price. It's coming up to the VWAP. It's actually right at the VWAP right now. Just FYI. Hey, Adam Eagle Beagle, how are you? Yeah, backphones and beepers. Oh man, Commodore 61. That was an excellent computer, by the way. You know, even looking back now, that was a very undervalued computer, Miles, because it could do because it was more powerful than the Apple, but Apple had the marketing. I had one too, and I had a Franklin that was sued by Apple. It was a copy of an Apple. I did too. Yeah. We're not there yet. We're still doing the short side. Wow, cool. Ooh, look at this market. Cooling off. Definitely cooling off. All right, let's continue. Oh, I don't know, Kurt, but they have relics. SMCI. This is a chip stock, by the way, and it ain't doing that great. I would use the 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average, which is right next to the 50, maybe a hair lower around 650. Now, how can I use 650 as a stop? Because look at the range. Look at the range. Now, obviously, we would do a spread here. We will look at the 420 and we would look at the 410. We'll buy the 420, we'll sell the 410, and we'll do it for $5. And then you have a 2-to-1 right here. September 20th expiration. Yep, in basic. Oh, yeah, yeah. Another one, snow. Oh, snow is snowing. I think we were talking about this stock just a few days ago. 122 is a stop loss. Look at how soft it is today. Now, it is definitely being acute. It's snow is falling. Yeah, it's definitely being distributed today. There's definitely distribution today on this stock. There, if you want to know if hedge funds are selling stock, I can assure you they are liquidating this stock today. Ahead of Nvidia earnings too, mind you. 124 as a stop. That's funny, Ken. That's funny. Uh, I wish I learned how to program. Maybe Brian will teach me one of these days. Probably take me 20 years to learn. 66 Delta right here. Nice, Francis. Did you make money on it? If you did, share. It is a great skill to have. It is a great skill to have. 66 Delta, nice spread too. I mean, we're talking 15 points here. 121 put. Yeah, more snow is melting. Yep. And tests. Another tech stock right here at the gap, right at the 15-day right here. 86.50. Got good volume too. Um, nice, Francis. Go ahead and grab that from Francis, Matt. 23 days to go. 72 Delta, 87 put. Right here. And if I'm going too fast, please tell me and I'll slow down, or you could just watch the tape on YouTube. It has an 8-second delay. FMX. I gave you this one a few days ago. Actually, I gave you this one beginning of the week when it broke down right here. NTES here. and tests. September 20th. You can go 86, 87 on that one. Right here, either 86 or 87 put um, September 20th expiration. Okay. Um, yeah, FMX. I don't say I didn't warn you because I did. I did. Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. And remember, we're starting off next week as a fragmented week, and fragmented weeks usually don't do well. On this one, it's too spready. You can't do options on this one. It's just too spready. Too much. Just do the underlying. What was your favorite put? I don't, for what, Brett? Can you be a little more specific? And right here, we have an A-line trade. Oh, I don't have a favorite, Brett. I don't have a favorite. Um, I don't know. Maybe this one actually. You know, it's funny. Maybe this one right here. 9180 as a stop loss. 72 delta, 91 put right here. I'll tell you one thing that people that I've heard from folks since they've come to join me, which has been really something I've never used to hear before. I guess it's because we've gotten so many people over the last couple of years is that they really didn't know for sure if the markets weren't random, and now after seeing me trade, they know 1000%. No matter what, if they somebody put a gun to their head, they know 1000% that the markets are not random. And to me, that is the best thing you can tell me because the markets are very far from random. RTX swing from 923, 43% profit, pulling back, may get in again. There you go, Alan. That's the spirit. My suggestion is wait for RTX to go above 120.81 before you get in. Make sure it goes above the view. Here, look. Before you get too frisky, Alan, make sure it goes above this level. You don't want it, buy it here. You want to buy it when it goes down and then comes back up here. Okay. No, they're not random, especially in the short term. If you guys think that I was randomly able to get to over 200 something winners with a 95% win rate, come on, come on. The odds of that would be astronomical, beyond astronomical. They wouldn't even compute. Ken, what would it be like? Like one in a trillion? I mean, it just you know, it would be really strong. Vivek, I'm staying with RTX. That's the spirit. Ken's going to figure it out. No, Murray, I shouldn't be in Vegas. In Vegas, the playing field is a lot more equal here than in Vegas. Vegas, you have to overcome rules. Here, you don't have to overcome anything, especially with commission being out of the equation. This is the only place you can actually get an even playing field. You're only competing against yourself in the market, folks. Remember that. You're only competing against yourself. What are the stats on the pit? I don't know, Ken, but at last I checked, there were 98, 95.68. They may be higher now. I don't know, but they're between 95.6 and 95.8, somewhere there. So you're going to have to kind of, all right, let's continue. Now let's do the long side now. Yeah, 50-50 chance. Yeah, you have a 50-50 chance. In Vegas, you have a 47% chance. And that's the best scenario you're going to get, which means you have a 0% over time. Yeah, just use 95.6. Why not? All right, let's do the long side. NSA, National Storage. And I think we've had about 240 trades, maybe 250, something like that. Crazy number. Uh, about 44.10. No, too spready. Forget it. Too spready. Johnson and Johnson. I like Johnson and Johnson. And look, Matt, it's right near the A line. Something to notice, right? Same thing with JP Morgan. Take a look at JP Morgan, right near the A line. I would use the 160 as my stop. We would go 23 days out, 77 delta, 160 call right there. Look at that. Baba does not want to go back up. Wants to go down. That Baba. Frisky Baba. JP Morgan, my next stock. I guess it's still a little too far away from the 8-day. Etsy's not yet, but it will. It will. We hope it will. Uh, right here, about 213 on JP Morgan. About 213. 23 days out. 76 delta, 212.50 right here. CAH. $15-day EMA 107.25. 108 call. And also, I know a lot of you have been picking things up here, which just makes me feel so happy. Coca-Cola. And Matt, we had a trade on Coca-Cola recently, didn't we?
We did.
Nice, Vivek. Very nice. Oh, I'm going to copy that one. That was very. Man, we get a lot of testimonials, I got to say. I love it. Love it. Makes me so happy. You guys are deflecting my mood, making me happier. Thank you so much, man. Being here really helps me. I would just be like miserable, moping at home. Really takes the edge away. Nice, Rusty. See, Rusty, you're holding out on me. Matt, Rusty is holding out on us. What do you think about that? Rusty holding out on me. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So 68.70. Ooh, look at Bob's true trend, Matt. We got 77
nice.
delta, 70 call, $1, 70 call. It's about spreads are amazing on Coca-Cola. I mean, I gotta give it to this market maker. Yeah, what a spreads. Yeah, I don't drink either. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I used to drink Pepsi. I was never a big Coke guy, but I love Pepsi, but I haven't drank any of it in 2 years. That's right, Murray. That is where I'm gonna go tonight. Yeah, my wife is gonna take me there to cheer me up tonight. BTI, we talked about this stock. And again, the fact that this stock is making new highs or swing highs is not a good thing for a bull market. Not a good thing. It is, Omar. It is, but XPY is making new highs right now. So we can give it a little, 36. Always look at the sector. 36 as a stop loss. This is a more conservative play. 80 delta, 36 calls. Just depends. Like if the sector is just running amok and making new highs, absolutely. But if the sector was like, and the stock was like that, I would be very concerned. But take a look at them. Most of them look that way. One second here. See, Matt, another one's giving up the dust. Folks, yesterday I gave you BLO as a short. I gave you this stock this morning, excuse me. This morning I gave you the stock as a short. Steve, you and I, look, we're talking about the same thing. Yes, I still like this as a short. Funny enough, VLO I like, but I wanted to also say that I'm also starting to like SLB. So not only do I still like VLO, Steve, but it's funny, you and I said it at the same time. Here's what Steve posted. The probability is less than a chance of being hit by lightning more than a billion times in 1 year. That's a pretty damn low. Okay, so That so are the markets random? No, not even close. Not even remotely close. And last stock, VTR. VTR. I like the stock. I like the stock, and I've been recommending it on and off for a long time. And this sector shouldn't be impacted too much by most stocks that gave you guys today, especially on the long side, should not be impacted by Nvidia's earnings. If market, what is this? If sure, no problem. I who am I speaking? Who's iPhone today? I want to know who iPhone is. If market is random, I should not have won 19 trades with only three losers. No, you shouldn't. Yesterday, wow, that's pretty good, Brett. That's a pretty good skill to have. Pretty good skill to have. SLB here. I didn't give it. I just found it like it came on my scanner in real time. I didn't really wasn't really prepared to giving it, but I'll do it. 200-day 50-day moving average is a stop, 46.14, maybe a little higher, about 46.43 because it's a I want to go above this pivot here. Remember, moving average or the swing pivot closest to the moving average. 46.40 maybe. Look how it's holding on to the low today. Pretty darn well. Ooh, look at Miles. Good for you. No, I don't know about that, Vivek. I don't know one way or another. I don't have enough information to tell you that. Let's go to puts here. I just know it doesn't look good for Nvidia. That doesn't bode well for Nvidia. And 69 delta, 45.50 put. Now, what I am very interested in hearing is Matt's seasonality going into tomorrow, especially and Thursday and Friday, especially in light of the fact that we're going to have Nvidia earnings, GDP, and PCE on Friday, which is going to be a big report. So yeah, our VRT was a call. The option was 73 delta, 74 call. Hey, Karen, that's great. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Very nice. Very nice. Uh, I don't know, Steve. I can't think right now. I can't think. Honestly, I'm not in a good place right now. I just can't think right now. Send me an email and I'll tell you. It's just hard. I got a lot of people here. All right, I am going to tune out because I want to hear what Matt has to say. No, VTR. This stock right here with 58 here, the stop loss. Let me just do this one again from scratch. Let me do this one from scratch. It's VTR. VTR. It's the 58 as a stop loss, 23 days out, right here, 57.50 call, right here. I apologize. I do confuse those stocks, but it's hard to confuse one is doing this and one is doing that. So again, we're using a 58 area stop loss. We're going 23 days out to September 20th, and we don't want to do the 64. We'd rather go to the 93 because these options are not that overpriced. Matter of fact, they only have about 50 cents implied volatility in them. Adam says, I'm out of here. Everyone have a great day. See you Thursday. Good luck with Nvidia. You too, Adam. Take care. Take care. All my trades this month were winners. Wow. That's pretty good. Let me ask you guys a question. Actually, this is a good question. Have you guys experienced, I'm sure this is not your first rodeo. I'm not the first guy you've signed up with. Have you guys had this type of success with any other programs? Please feel free to say yes. I'd love to hear that. I mean, this is not a challenge. This is not a competition. Let's see. Gold said this is the best. No way in hell. Jeez. From JP Morgan because Roger showed me the way, using my skills. Oh, that's very, very nice. Very, very nice. Thank you. That's very, very nice. Rochelle says nope. Mike says yes. Roger, haven't hell no, no, yes. When I sleep and dream winning. Good. So you guys see there are honest people out there, right? There are genuinely normal people out there who want to help you, right? Thank you, Carrie. Good. Good. Nice. I'm glad. I'm glad you're doing well with Nate. Good, good, good. Made me money. Good. No, no, it's not about a competition. I just want to know if there's other folks out there. Inconsistency. I got you. All right. All right. Thanks, Mark. BS. All right. Thank you. And let's go ahead and let's listen to good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. You see, Matt, there is still some faith in this in the world and the business we're in.
Yeah.
All right, do your seasonality, and I'm going to talk to I'm going to talk to uh what's his name? Russell. I'm going to talk to Russell at 1 o'clock. I'll report back as soon as I do. All right. So just FYI. I'll see you guys in a bit. Thanks, guys. Go ahead, Matt. I'm going to be here in the background. I want to hear what you have to say. This is a really important time right now.
Um, hopefully, I have something to say on the house too. You don't have to pay for these. Okay, start with the long side. Same thing as we always do. Consumer staples were strong yesterday. It's continued into today. It's actually a little bit stronger. Um, other than that, you got real estate in there with 5 trades. Yeah, but not much else. That's not good. Here is the short side. The money seems to be over here, at least for now. Most of these profit factors are okay. See utilities. Doesn't look like a bad short. Financials. Also, some of the other ones are kind of hanging in there. Now, when I say utilities doesn't look like a bad short, make sure you understand. What I'm saying is it doesn't look like a bad short based on the seasonality data. Does not mean I would go immediately buy an XLU put. You need to consult the chart first. This one will do. Based on that price action, I would most definitely not short that stock or ETF in this case. Here is 10-day hold. Overshot that a little bit there. Biggest thing to note is, again, weakness in most of the profit factors. Consumer staples on 10-day hold on the long side, it's strong. It's been strong. It's staying strong for a little while. Consumer discretionary, that one's also been poking its head up here, and that also has some pretty good strength. Industrials, it's all right. Now let's go back to the long side. That's all I got for over there. Just gonna flip them all real quick. There we go. So now we're by highest accuracy. 215 on the long side. And you got 116 on the short side. On 10-day hold, you've got 80 to 70. And 240 to 60. That's not too bad for 10-day hold. Let's check the profit factors. These are okay numbers. 355, you're net positive on a 10-day hold. So that's the next 2 weeks because they're 10 market days. That's pretty good. That's not the highest I've ever seen it, but that is decent. That does look bode well for the longs there or the bulls, seasonally speaking. Yeah. I did see a question. No, it's gone. Somebody said, what do you, oh no, it was on YouTube. Or was it? Uh, I'm doing really well, Art. Really good, actually. Feel great. Somebody asked me about a short way up, but then Roger asked that question, and now it's gone. But if you asked about a short about 5 minutes ago, ask again. No webinar. Nope. Roger's doing the interview. Let me triple check that before I put my foot in my mouth. Now we're good. Nope. That's what I thought. That I don't. So Derek asked, is there a link for the interview? Not that I know of. All right. We got a few minutes. Let's check out a couple of these. We had some good ones yesterday. Let me get back to the Pro Trader dashboard. Right. Yeah, he should post it afterwards. I was not saying right to you, Derek, just so we're clear. On our chart of the top 100 buys, which chart are good, Don? All right, let's look at a few of these. Lulu was 12 for 12 on the long side. It has earnings and it looks terrible. So moving on. Again, good seasonality, but just too much overhead resistance there. So this is the 200-day, the 100-day moving average, the 50-day moving average. This is an 8-day EMA. Whenever you see them, let me see if I count, come right here. Whenever you see them come like this, where they're wedging into each other, you really want to wait until it gets above these. This is usually a chop fest for quite a while, typically. Well, that's awesome, Kathy. We went to host and panelist, but do you mind if I share that? With everyone? ACN. Good seasonality. uh, It's all right. It's not my favorite. T-Mobile's coming up. Looks good. Good seasonality. I'll show it to you. T-Bus right here. 12 trades, 91. So it's 11 for 12, I think. And the only thing though is I wouldn't want to buy this until tomorrow. Can I show Costco? Absolutely. Great company. I would buy it right now. See, this is an interesting one. So you know how I just said I like to wait for the pullback to the 8 day? Well, in this case, I might be inclined to take it a little bit earlier, and I'll show you why. We are, if this bottom holds, this is yesterday's open. Have a nice up and down. A lot of times you'll get a bounce right here, and then you'll know if you're wrong because it'll keep going. If you wanted to wait, you could. That's the more conservative approach. Wait till it touches the 8 day or not. That's dealer's choice there. Kava. That's a tough one. That's a lot of price, way too much upside, way too quickly. It's obviously got news floating around, and it really doesn't know what it wants to do. I don't like to jump into those. I would leave it alone. Find something else. Guild, not gold. Guild. No, not necessarily, Brett. Don't sell it. Brett says to sell Kava. No, don't sell it. Just I just wouldn't buy it either. Just because I wouldn't get in doesn't mean I want to fade it, because it definitely could go right back to 128, but it could also go right to 112 or even try to fill that gap. It's a 50, really, it's like a 50-50 shot. And you know, I want trades with more edge than that. Okay, where was Cyrus's question? Guild. What is it? That's science, like an industrial. Oh, it's healthcare. Probably should. I don't think it's going to be too impacted by Nvidia. So, and I'd probably hold on to it. Squeeze some more juice out of the lemon. THR. Looks great yesterday. Perfect A line trade. Nice bounce. Now I wouldn't buy it though. PDD as a short. Again, that's really not my cup of tea. I don't like these kind of trades. I don't know. Sure, Roger would sell it though. All right, Metatronics. Medtronic. Uh, you could buy it now. Stop out if it breaks the 8 day, or wait. Another one. See you later. And I'm gonna do. Yeah, I don't love it. All right, I'll do these two, and then I gotta get out of here. PSA, same thing. For me, I would wait. And last one, and then I'm out of here. I would wait on that one too. All right, folks. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.